Hello everyone and welcome to my first vlog from the Scotland travel series. This one is just an introduction video in which I want to show you our first day here, and as you can see right now on the screen, this was our flight from the Faroe Islands. It was 285 euros per person to go from Oslo to the Faroe Islands and then from the Faroe Islands to Edinburgh, and you can see how beautiful the views were from the Faroe Islands. In case you are also traveling to Scotland and you have enough time, I fully recommend you to also visit the Faroe Islands because it is super underrated and not a lot of people travel there, so right now it is still a hidden gem in Europe. But anyways, I want to tell you a few things about our trip to Scotland while you are enjoying these amazing views from our airplane. So as we are leaving the Faroe Islands, we will land in Edinburgh, where we have a rented car from Celtic Legend, and honestly after a lot of research I chose them because they had amazing reviews, but this is not sponsored. I just had a good experience with them. Feel free to check out other companies and their reviews too, because there are a lot of car rental companies that offer good services. But anyways, you can see that our landing in Edinburgh was pretty rough because there were a lot of clouds, and as we are descending it will also start to rain, so the weather in Scotland welcomed us, probably as it usually does with rain. If I'm wrong, correct me, but this is what everyone says, that it rains all the time in the UK. But anyways, you can see this beautiful sign with welcome to Edinburgh, and I was so happy because this city has been on my bucket list for so long, and I loved this airport and just going out and seeing Edinburgh everywhere. But you can see that we have already picked up our rental car, and it was 400 euros for 6 days with full insurance included. So as I already told you, I found the price to be very acceptable, especially for an automatic car. And you probably already know that you have to drive on the left side of the road. Fortunately, Mike already did that in the past, but if it's your first time, it is not really fun. A few months ago, I did that for the first time in Australia and in New Zealand. I will post some vlogs about that, but it was so funny. I was driving like 20 kilometers per hour and I was like a horrible driver for the first 5 minutes. So if you are doing this for the first time, it will be scary and funny and stressful all at the same time. But anyways, you can see that the roads here in Scotland, as you go up north, they are very narrow, and to be honest, it was very stressful for Mike to drive around here because look at it now, there are no signs anymore. It is super narrow, but fortunately there were no other cars. But anyways, there was another surprise waiting for us. So in that day it was new moon, so basically there were no lights on the street, no moon, just the stars on the sky. So basically we could not see anything around us. It was super creepy. You will see very soon that at some point we went inside a forest on a random road and it was super creepy. I was scared, so the entire time I was just hoping that the car would not break down around there or something. But anyways, it was super funny. So if you are traveling to the Isle of Skye, as we are doing right now, make sure you are aware of this. But anyways, on our road to the Isle of Skye, we saw this beautiful castle, and just imagine driving randomly during the night and just casually seeing this castle. This is Scotland in a nutshell. But anyways, you can see we were on this super sketchy road and we saw a few deers. Look at it, how it was running. It was literally the funniest thing, even though it was super scary around there. But anyways, after driving for around 15 minutes on that road, we are getting closer to our accommodation, which was Fastgrow Bed and Breakfast. I fully recommend them. Again, it's not an ad, it's just a personal recommendation, and it felt like a cute farmhouse because it was full with animals all around here. But anyways, now the video is coming to an end. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you want to see a lot of videos from Scotland, make sure you subscribe because we did some insanely beautiful hikes and I also discovered some hidden places. So I will see you in the next video from the Isle of Skye. Bye bye!